What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. And as always, I'm joined by the podcast dad himself, Choops. I am liking the Joker to you today.
Oh, thank you. How you doing? How's your weekend? Have a good weekend. A lot of wrestling happened, but how was your weekend?
It was an eventful one, that's for sure. And we're going to get into all of that. But first, thank you so much for joining us. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. We need your help to get there. Podcast Dad, tell our friends what they should do.
Just tell one person if you like what we're doing here. We like what we're doing, and we want to continue to keep doing that and support everybody that we like to support. So just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You know when we're not live. Sometimes we're live, sometimes we're recorded, but you know when we're on. Please subscribe.
Yes, and while you're at it, go show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net. If you have not gotten a chance to check out the 24-hour live stream that we did a couple of weeks ago, what are you waiting for? We've got a number of fantastic podcasters, streamers, bloggers, you name it, we have it. Incredible group of people that we work with. So go show some love. Help us to get to 100 subscribers on that YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and also if you need any type of wrestling apparel, you go to GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com. They have the softest shirts I have ever worn. I will die on that hill. They are so soft. And then I have a hat. It's somewhere. I think my daughter stole it again, but that Gorilla Press logo, it's attractive and it gets the eyeballs.
Yes, and shout out to them as well. But Podcast Dad, we have got a lot to talk about here. This was a big weekend for WWE.
All right, no. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's go. Come on, let's talk about it.
How about you just tell me which one to start with?
Was it a work?
No, it wasn't a fucking work. Why? Like,
it was not a work.
No.
It was not a work.
No.
Okay, so it's not a work. I haven't gotten your opinion yet on this. What are your thoughts on this? Because this is, I feel like it's weird.
This is just another one of many, many, many reasons why Nick Khan is the greatest front office acquisition that WWE has ever made. There is a reason they lured him away from William Morris Endeavor because he was representing WWE on that level of TV rights, and he has been their agent, knew their business very intricately. Look what he is able to do. I mean, we look back at WrestleMania, everything that happened with Austin and the ATV and that lady falling down. First person that's over there to try to smooth it over, Nick Khan. He's one of those guys that just has the touch when it comes to these sorts of situations and knows how to bring people back into the fold. Bullshit. This was a work. And there are a number of TikToks out there that, people are saying this is a slippery slope for Papa H if he wants to even try to insinuate that this was a work, because no, it wasn't. Because if the fan reaction was not what it was, there would because look who else was released there. Was anybody clamoring for Valhalla to come back and for her to be there? No, R-Truth was universally beloved. Like that's why this worked. And again, this had a lot to do with Nick Khan. If we're taking the reports that we're hearing that Truth didn't want to take anybody's calls, which I justifiably so. If you're told that you're no longer needed for your job, and that's it, thanks for the memories, we really appreciate it, you're gonna have some feelings about that. But when you get Nick Khan stepping in to try to say, hey, what can we do to work this out? We're hearing the reaction. This, instead of taking the path of it's all part of the show, this could have been we listened to our fans. We care about what they think. We care about what they want to see on TV. Remember that period of time when we were the authority? This is the perfect fucking example of it. And instead of just taking the win and loving that everybody's back, we're now talking about, was this a work? Was this a serve? No, because there were so many other people that lost their jobs last week. It's just the Truth was the most universally beloved. That was like, what the fuck? We thought that he was going to have a job for life. But don't piss on my head and tell me that it's raining and that it was all part of the show. I don't buy that for a second.
It's Another situation where I think Triple H has looked bad at a press conference. If you remember when he did the whole Vince McMahon thing and that was brought up, again, just skirted around it, right?
Yep.
This is another situation where and you could visibly tell that he was upset at the question. You could tell, right? Now the reports are coming out that he doesn't like, that the fan are now involved in it and kind of changed what the storyline is going to be. So he's going to be upset booking this. So what is the outcome to this? Like, we have Ron Killings back. It's not our truth. It's Ron Killings.
Yeah.
Allegedly. What's next? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, are we getting a more serious R-Truth? Is he just going to go back to what he was? Like, what's the end goal to this? And yes, they should have never done it in the first place, but now I think they've booked themselves into a corner hard. Like, I don't know what's next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say that they booked themselves into a corner. I don't necessarily think that that's the case just yet, because again, this is just, for all you can write essentially John Cena talked to Dwayne and wanted Ron Killings gone, and now he's back. Like, if you really want to just kind of bare bones it, that's a way that you could do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He's been back for 2 fucking days. We don't even know what kind of personality shift we're going to see yet. He didn't say a word. So, if the only thing that we're given is that he interferes and costs Cena this match, which sets up Cody for a rematch, possibly at SummerSlam, those are all the facts that we have right now. So I would hope, and this is just my thought, is I do want to see a little bit more of a serious Ron Killings. He can keep some of the humor, but this is a guy that we know can get serious when he needs to. Because that the truth has set me free gimmick, that anger led to the levity that we got with Little Jimmy. So R-Truth and his character development, his character arcs over the years do tend to be cyclical. Let's see the serious one now. Okay, this is a guy that, he thought he had everything taken from him, and now he's back, and he's not going to stand for shit anymore. That's a pretty basic story to start with.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting because it's not like he's going to face Cena at SummerSlam. That's not happening. Right?
No.
So I'll be interested to see what they do. The match as a whole was fine. Let's just get right into that real quick. Unless you want to start somewhere else. Unless you want to just break down everything.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, the match was fine. Could that have been on Saturday night's main event? Probably.
Yeah.
I didn't. It wasn't. I don't want to say it was a waste of a John Cena date. But I would have liked something better, if we're going to be honest. I mean, I want to play the hits tour kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me being selfish. Maybe there were other plans. I don't know, but I don't know. I just wasn't as into that match as I thought I was going to be. I mean, both your champions are on the card, neither defending the championship. What are we doing? I've never been a fan of that.
That doesn't bother me when it comes to Money in the Bank, though. Because it's more about the crowning of the new briefcase holders, and it kind of sets the stage of here they are. We did see EO and we did see Tiffany on Worlds Collide earlier in the day, but I think the focus is on the briefcases at Money in the Bank. I am totally fine if neither world title gets defended on the show.
I guess it does help that
an opportunity to. Sorry, go ahead.
I said I guess it does help that Jay's defending tonight.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what they've already set that in stone for weeks. Like it's and that's another thing is I know that you love seeing the titles on PLEs. We're in the Netflix era now. They want marquee matches. There are some matches that we should be seeing on PLE that we're just not going to get on PLE anymore. Those are the facts.
I am mad at the outcome we're going to get tonight, but because we're going to get some kind of smosh finish. That's going to happen now.
Probably, yeah.
With Rollins, probably going to tease the cash in. That's 100% going to happen. And, whether that's good, they're getting distracted. I think we can both clearly see it's either Jay or Seth walking out with the title. So, see what happens. But let's wheel back. Do you want to break down some cards? Do you want to break down Worlds Collide, or you just want to kind of give me your take as a whole on Worlds Collide?
Worlds Collide as a whole was a lot of fun to watch. This is, especially for the first kind of real taste of AAA for an American audience. I thought they did a great job with it.
I agree.
Very, just everything about the presentation, I just really, really enjoyed. Getting to see the likes of Stephanie Vicaire, team with Electra Lopez, that women's division AAA very clearly has a lot of talent that needs to be featured on American TVs a lot more often. So I am optimistic that this will be an opportunity to keep the spirit of AAA, but getting it into more households here in the States, because with Tubi and USA and Peacock, they have all of these TV offerings as far as the overall WWE product that you can find space for AAA, and I think it would be really, really cool to see a lot. I want to see more of these talents. It sounds like Octagon Jr. is somebody that people are really excited about, as well as Mr. Iguana. I wanted
to say he's got to be the winner
most
of the
popular
week.
of the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, like that guy was on damn near every show this week. He invited him to Money in the Bank, got a huge pop. I mean, that's one of those gimmicks that we probably would have never seen without this. Wouldn't have got the exposure that it got. I thought it was a really good show. I thought, Chad Gable and Vikingo had a really, really good match. It's one of the matches. I think we can pencil that in as one of the nominees for Match of the Year. Like, that was a fantastic match, and it was cool to see a different style in WWE. Right? This is kind of what the whole point of this was. So I thought it was a success. And hopefully they get more of these in the books, and we see, like you said, a little bit more of this AAA talent exposed.
Yeah, and I think if they do another Worlds Collide, I think that these, now that you have AAA, now that there's TNA, I think that you should be running at least 2 or 3 of these a year. It's an easy show to put on YouTube. Like it's there's no reason not to buffer it against another PLE and make it a weekend like they clearly enjoy doing.
Well, and you got to assume that we're going to have other acquisitions of companies, so this is just going to get bigger and bigger, right? There's a chance we see All Japan versus AAA, or the Puerto Rican company taking on AAA, or whatever it may be. Like, it's going to keep getting bigger. So I'd be interested to see what this evolves into.
Yeah.
They don't have to, so.
I'm also really, really glad that they did not pull the trigger on Chad Gable. I don't think that would have been a good look on your first AAA show, American audience. Like, glad. I think they did everything right. The impromptu giving Octagon Jr. the match at Money in the Bank and announcing that during Worlds Collide, brilliant touch. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I wish the match was a little bit longer than what we got. But maybe that's. They could have maybe saved that for like a Raw, right? I don't know. I just, the match, the moment was fun. The match was kind of felt like a TV match more than anything. I wish I could have seen it showcase a little bit more on Raw, but I understand. Hey, you want people to buy or go watch Money in the Bank, so let's get Octagon Jr. on there. So I understand from a business perspective, which is something I think we're going to have to keep saying here over the next few years. I understand from the business perspective of why they did that.
Yeah. Let's shift gears to Money in the Bank women's match kicking off the show. Easily one of the most star-studded fields in the history of the match. I mean, this was so much fun to watch, and the right person won.
Anybody could have won this, and I don't think I would have been upset. Even Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Like, even Rhea, I think I would have been fine with, because it's something she's never done. So I would have been okay with that too. Naomi winning is awesome. I'm hoping that this is a successful cash-in. They're going to extend this time out. Maybe it's not her time right at this second, but hey, they clearly see something in her, and she's been rewarded for the run that she's been on since she's been back. So,
yeah, I mean, it really is hard. I mean, because we've also seen this with Nia Jax as far as what she did to improve in the second run here. Same thing with Naomi, and we're really when we think about this, I personally think that this will be a successful cash in. She has earned the world title here. She's a lot of the reason why the Jade Cargill story worked. I don't think that you could have done that attacker angle with anybody else, even Bianca. I don't think it would have become quite like this, because Naomi did an entire character shift to accompany this action and the heel turn. And because she is in the driver's seat with the briefcase and hopefully the world title, there's still a lot of meat left on the bone for Naomi versus Jade. And this is a story that we said could get the Hell in a Cell treatment if you really, really want to up the intensity as far as a blow off. These are the two that should have that. And we really haven't seen much else other than one face off between Naomi and Bianca after WrestleMania, and kind of, everything that we saw with them facing off when they were in Knoxville. So there are still, those two singles matches that you can get out of it, as well as a triple threat. So there's still a lot of meat on the bone that keeps the division moving along with the right talents, because Naomi has this briefcase right now.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with everything you said. Dom defeated Octagon. We already kind of touched on this a little bit. I love Dom and Liv together. I just keep that pairing. Like, I don't want them to split. I think they might, but I really don't want them. I love them as a pairing. I think it's really, really good. He's sleazy, so is she. It makes so much sense.
It ain't easy being sleazy.
No. Becky Lynch defeats Lyra. I think something we both saw coming, but man, this was well executed. Well executed, and the story just got so much better. And man, this has to be on SummerSlam. This has to be on SummerSlam.
Yes. This is what SmackDown needs for Zelina. We need a veteran to go after that title right now. And I don't ever think that that's going to be Charlotte, but you could put Bianca in that title picture if you really want to put a name there. Trying to think, Nia Jax, even you could have her slide over to that mid-card scene, be the dominant heel.
I think they made it clear who her next challenger is going to be on SmackDown. So, did you see that?
No, I didn't watch SmackDown in its entirety this weekend. No.
So Julia came out and attacked Zelina after the match.
Okay, all right. Say less. Okay.
So that is going to be your next challenger for that United States Championship, and I'm going to assume she's going to win that. So
yeah, carry on. Okay, yeah, no, that'll work. Third match was
fourth match. This was the men's Money in the Bank.
Yes. Better than I anticipated. Like it was a good match. I was worried. Yeah.
It was a good match. I don't know. I don't like who won.
I get it. I do. It shouldn't surprise anybody.
He didn't need it.
I know he didn't need it,
man. He didn't need it.
I said that. I said that he didn't need it. I still stand by that. But it's the perception of the power, because it is basically Rollins has the briefcase, he has the wise man, and he has the muscle to make sure that he can get that world title. He is basically guaranteeing that he traipses into wherever he has to go in order to get the world title.
Yeah, so have him win King of the Ring. You know what I mean? He could have won King of the Ring and got his chance at SummerSlam. So, I don't know. It's concerning as an LA Knight fan. That's all I'm going to say. Because, man, we have been asking for this for I don't know how long. And I know Triple H said, be patient, his time's coming, blah, blah. What else does he have to do? You know? If you can sit there, and I know I'm not going to try to make this a thing, and I apologize if I do. If Jey Uso can hold the damn championship, so can LA Knight. You cannot tell me that they're not. You cannot tell me that they are not the same level of over.
I agree with you. I'm I am not taking anything away from that. Okay, I agree with you 1,000%, especially if he takes it over to Raw. Like it, yeah, I agree. I agree. I think I saw this on Twitter. I think it was that was Naomi's 5th Money in the Bank match, I believe.
Okay.
It's only LA Knight's 3rd. I know he's 40. There's still plenty of time. No, I'm serious. I'm serious because we're in an age where, you know, because Big E said this. I think it was before the last PLE or during the last PLE pre-show of like, oh, we're talking about on the women's division, like, oh, you know, how much more time do you have left? Are you going to hang up? No. If we're looking at John Cena in the farewell tour at 48, like LA Knight will get his time. I'm not worried. I know it's not happening as soon as we would like it, but we have been rewarded with for our patience, you know, with some pretty big stuff when it comes to LA Knight. Have we not?
Sure. I guess lost his title at WrestleMania. Had a shitty feud with Shinsuke Nakamura for that title. Beat AJ Styles in a match that we thought was going to lead to something bigger. It didn't.
So we got a WrestleMania singles match against AJ Styles, future WWE Hall of Famer, won the U.S. title at SummerSlam, got the Battle Royal the year before. He's the face of Slim Jim. He'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jey Uso is also on that Slim Jim commercial.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
I'm just
saying.
Champion
and one is not. I don't know. Jacob Fatu did turn on Solo. Thank you for that.
Yes,
Needed that.
I hate
be a SummerSlam match. I'm excited for that. Andrade was also in the match, so that was cool.
Yeah.
No reaction. No reaction when he came out.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you put Carmelo Hayes in there?
I know. I agree with you. I know. And we did see a branded ladder. Fireball.
What was that?
The Fireball ladder. As presented by Chad Gable, an American made.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. Is it bothering you that much that we saw? And you didn't watch SmackDown, so you didn't see the Slim Jim table break.
I fucking called it. There would be one.
Didn't bother me.
It's. I think the ladder is less obnoxious than the table.
Did you see the logo on the Money in the Bank briefcase?
I did. They did that last year. Yeah. So I mean, it's fine.
People were up in arms about that too, and I'm like, I don't care.
No, I think the thing, at least for me, is I don't care about the branded ladder. I didn't need a segment to say, oh, hey, this is what I'm bringing to the party. Chad Gable, who probably has not drank Fireball a fucking day in his life, is trying to get us to care about cinnamon whiskey.
Hey, I like a good Fireball shot.
It goes very well with Angry Orchard.
It's very well on its own. Put
most of the time, yes.
Gallon in the freezer, you got yourself a fun time.
10 for 10 packs to take the Reds games.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun with that. The tag match we kind of touched on again is fine. Didn't blow me away. Obviously, we had the R-Truth return, which is what everybody is talking about. Again, we say it about AEW a lot. I'm going to say about WWE right now. I want to see the follow-up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this was, and then I said in the open, this was kind of a begrudgingly, oh shit, we gotta rehire him, kind of thing. So, how are they going to piss us off this time with his booking? You know, because right now I still think they're in a tough spot. Like, they should have just never fired him in the first place. That's the issue. But here we are.
But and I think again, one reason that Truth is so universally beloved is that he will take whatever the fuck you give him. and he'll make it great. Like earlier today, I was just watching a compilation of some of his funniest shit. Triple H is not nearly as psychotic as Vince McMahon is. So Triple H, even if he does take the approach of, all right, I'm going to give this guy some shit booking, truth, I would imagine that he's going to have a ball with it and do something really memorable with it, because that's what he always does. So, I mean, if you really want to bury the guy, at least in my estimation, when it comes to this particular talent, fastest way to do that, especially the fact that he negotiated to come back as Ron Killings so that his name has some value even after he leaves, should that happen again. So that way, if he does go to the Indies, he's already got that equity built in as Ron Killings. If I'm Triple H, and I'm not saying that I want to see this happen, but the best way to bury him and give him shit booking is to not put him on TV at all in this particular situation. I'm not saying that I want that to be the case, but this is somebody who has demonstrated that he will take literally anything that he is given and will make it way better than it had any right to be. That's the very unique talent that Ron Killings has. So, yes, I'm concerned about the follow-up, and it'll be interesting to see what they do next. But I mean, shit booking and Ron Killings just have never belonged in the same sentence. The only way that you're going to, detract or bury him is to just not put him on TV at all.
Well, if anybody's going to do it, it's the guy with the golden shovel. So,
yep.
Raw tonight. Yep, John Cena is live in Phoenix. So, okay, what that means.
He's pissed.
Nikki Bella is there tonight. I'm assuming that this is going to set up her Evolution match.
Mm-hmm.
Which, man, they were clamoring at the bit for that one. Fallout for Money in the Bank, and then Jey Uso and Gunther for the Undisputed Championship. So
it should be a fun card. We'll see what Big Match John has to say. He's not going to be happy.
You see a cash in or no?
No. Again, given the political machinations of Paul Heyman and that wise man approach that he's had, they're going to be very strategic in how they do this. I mean, Seth Rollins is the architect of the greatest cash in of all time. That they will find another way to make it just as memorable, and I don't think that tonight is the night to do that. I think tonight is the night you have to end the Jey versus Gunther once and for all. I could potentially see Gunther in King of the Ring contention again, just as another way to try to get back at it if for some reason he comes up short this time, but we'll see.
We shall see. Hey, good seeing you as always. Quick shout out to Bear Bronson. Absolutely killed it at GCW.
Yes, he did.
Go watch that match.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Very. Yeah.
That was insane.
That's putting it mildly too. Yeah. Shout out to Bear Bronson this week coming up. Jack from Wrestle Rave will be joining the show. We also have Doc Gallows, former WWE New Japan TNA star, coming to talk about Lariato Pro Wrestling, specifically the triple threat match coming up this weekend between heavyweight champion Bryce Cannon, QT Marshall, and Matt Hardy. So we're going to be diving into all of this coming up this week. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Again, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod, but most importantly, subscribe to that YouTube channel. Just tell one person, mom, dad, situationship, dispensary person, bartender, therapist, doesn't matter. Tell one, tell all. Come join the Wrestling Junkies movement. Show some love to the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net on all social media platforms. Go to GorillaPressApparel.BigCartel.com and use promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site-wide, including our Wrestle Sips t-shirt. That is going to do it for us tonight. That is the podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Until tomorrow, enjoy the graps.